You alright guys, Red Pill Phil here, hope you're doing well. Just been reading an article. I got a pop-up from one of my apps in the phone today. Today being Tuesday the 5th of September. And it was linking to an the article. And the article, got it up here on my laptop. It's got neo-Nazi arrests. 4 alleged members of National Action arrested over terrorism. West Midlands police reveal. Okay, so you read that. To the layman, you're going to think, wow, what have they done? Were they planting a bomb? Were they building a bomb? Were they, creating little cells all over the place? No. Just the usual sensationalism. Now, don't get me wrong. These guys, they do sound extreme. When you listen to the mandate, they do sound like they're not the type of guys that you want to be walking up the street, on a dark street or dark night. They do sound menacing. But at the same time, I just think of the actual timing of it all. I just think, well, why? Why have they brought this story out now? Why have they slapped the terrorism on it? Are they doing acts of terrorism? So when you actually go down, I mean, they're scaring the life out of you in this article, as they would do. They're telling you one of them's a 22-year-old man from Birmingham, a 32-year-old man from a part of Wales, another 24-year-old man from Ipswich, and one 24-year-old lad from Northampton. And there's a bit of a video clip and whatnot. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but as the article goes on, it's mentioning all the key words. So same again, I mean, I've done a video about this where it's like gaslighting you and kind of mind control within the article. And to me, this is a classic case of it. I mean, they're just talking about National Action is a far-right, extreme far-right group. Fair enough. Okay, I can get with all that. But then I think the article, listen to the headline. They've been basically arrested over terrorism. And then when they actually break it down, the part that makes it terrorism is the fact that this group is listed as a terrorist group. So they've not actually been charged with any terrorism act, but just the very fact that they are affiliated with this group means that they can arrest them under terrorism. So that's what this refers to. It don't refer to as, oh, they're about to bomb us, or there was a plot and we've just foiled it and aren't we great? No, it's not. It's because under the Terrorism Act that's come under since 2000, that they can now pull them in without a warrant. And if they are affiliated to the group that they have claimed is a terrorist group, then they can arrest them under terrorism. So that's what this headline is about. It's a dirty psychological bomb that's being thrown on us. It's not kind of getting to the bottom of anything. It's basically just saying we've gripped 4 guys from the armed services that happen to be linked to this far-right group, who happens to be, the same again, it's the mind control aspect. So they're getting everyone to think, you know what, anything to do with far-right, anything to do with right-wing, anything to do with Brexit, this is all linked. Anything to do with Trump, these are all the key words. Hitler, anti-Semitism, all these little words are linked in one lump. Brexit, the lot of it. Because it actually goes on about one of their websites just after the Joe Cox murder, the Brexit murder, which they tried to pin on to normal people that wanted out of Brexit, and I was one of them. That's the only time I've ever voted. But then, obviously, because she got murdered and it went back to a far-right group, or he had some kind of far-right links, and I think he was more of a nutter than anything else, but he's not affiliated to this group, but they've praised him on one of the comments. So that obviously means that it's all linked. They try to get the dirty psychological bomb in your head. Anyone who's Brexit, anyone who's into Trump, by affiliation. Now, what disturbs me about this is that this is the Independent. This is not a working class paper. This is what I would regard as a middle class paper, a broadsheet. So this is going out to your middle class, your kind of entrepreneurial kind of guy, your employers and whatnot. So they're seeing all these articles and they're seeing all the little trigger words. Now, it won't make any sense. They'll just read it and then they'll just maybe assume what they want you to assume with the article. Right? Carry on, live the life. Just imagine now, any guy who wants to go to a right, alt-right march, all them keywords are going to come throwing out: white supremacists, da-da-da-da, Charlottesville, Trump, Brexit, da-da-da. Because of that, you're going to be deemed the Hitler, the racist, the Nazi. Now, like I say again, these guys need to be locked under the fucking jail. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But the timing of this article makes me think this is propaganda. That's all this is for. Dirty tricks. I mean, let's say it might come out later that they were actually planning something. Who knows? And they've foiled it, and aren't they brilliant? But from this article, no. The only terroristic thing they've done is be affiliated to this group. Now, this group, dirty, and it needs to be, you know, pronounced as a nasty organisation. I'm not backing them up at all. But I do think they've been thrown under the bus for propaganda reasons. I mean, I've listened to interviews of Tommy Robinson when he spoke about when he's been in jail. And secret services have come up to him and asked him, can he be a part of joining the right? So they're obviously keeping their eye on monitoring, you know, what far-right groups and this, that and the other. They obviously know. And they've probably known about these guys for ages. But it just seems that because we're in such heightened tensions of the race war and, you know, Charlottesville and neo-Nazi and white supremacist and all them other nasty words that they want to throw anyone who's a Brexiter or a Trumpeter, it seems like it's another article. How can we demonise it? Okay, we'll do that. Without actually telling you anything. So what? They've gripped 4 guys in the army that's, you know, I'm a black guy. So I'm supposed to think now that there's a heightened fear of far-right neo-Nazi. Right? I'm supposed to look out that window now. What am I supposed to see? White horses with guys with white outfits on with hoods and burning crosses just looking at me. Is that what you want me to think by reading this article? I've just gone to work, spoke with probably 10 or 15 guys, majority of them white. No problem, we're all working. Yeah, I need to do, yeah, no problem. Yeah, do that. Come home, you read this article. This is telling me the world's a different place. The world I live in is not relative to this article at all. Psychological dirt bomb. Given to us by dirt bags. So, that's my take on this article. I might be wrong, but I think it's more psychological than anything else. Word association, using clever semantics to try and make you think that they've done something wrong, but at the same time, they're just trying to label extreme right with everything else. Brexit, Trump. Nasty tricks. And this come through at my phone. I didn't even want to read it. It was just there. So like you do normally, oh, what's this all about? So this crap is inviting itself into my phone. And I regard myself as a semi-critical thinking person. What about your lame and arsewipe who'll just read the headline and probably the first 4 lines and totally react to it? He'll shut it off, mind control. And then it'll get re-triggered with another event. And then that event could be a friendly, peaceful march. But because the press has called it an alt-right event, boom, let's bring all that back. Oh, okay, alt-right, you're not just that. You're white supremacist, you're not that. You're anti-Semitic. Oh, you're not just that, you're not. Before you know it, we're all little clones of Hitler. In fact, I feel a little stubble kind of growing here more than anywhere else on my face. I mean, absolutely crazy. Red Pill Phil, trying to analyse the press, doing me head in. Never want to read the paper again. Just about to get a bath. So have a good one, guys. Take care and just don't believe the hype. See you later, guys. Ta-ra.